what were your like skills when you started in the band? Did you play a lot of instruments? Did you know a lot about songwriting and stuff when you started out?
No, but I mean, you know, we obviously coming off the back of the X Factor, we all kind of entered this as an experience, and you know, we were all so far away from being, you know, ready made. So even, you know, we're still learning now. When it comes down to instruments, I think a couple of the boys are learning guitar. I keep meaning to start learning bass, but I've just not got around to it. And as far as songwriting goes, I feel like we're getting better. We've had more and more writing on as time goes by, and then hopefully this third album we're going to have quite a lot of writing on it. So yeah, that's really important for us, and it feels like we're learning. You know, so it's good.
Yeah, because that's what he said as well, that there's a big difference from the first album and then second album. Yeah. But do you have like any craft or something in music that you wish that you could master more than you do today, or like any more specific thing that you like to be better on?
Well, I prefer to write lyrics. I'm better at lyrics, so like I'd really like to have more skills in like writing like melody for the song. I'm not great at that, but just songwriting in general, really.
And you would like to put on your, not now, I know there's many rumors, but in some point in the future, would you like to do like your totally own songs and make an old album?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that would be right for me. I think this band works because none of us worked as solo artists, and you know, it kind of has the energy with us together that, you know, creates a bit of fun. So no, it's not for me. I don't think so.
I've overheard from the other room that were you out yesterday, or out late yesterday, or?
Oh yeah, we were. Well, where were we yesterday?
We were in Oslo, and then
we were in Oslo, and then we had an 8-hour bus drive. So nothing really that interesting. We just stayed up late, watching films, listening to music, that kind of thing.
You have like less intense, because I understand that you're together all the time. Mm-hmm. You have like less intense periods where you like push away a little bit and to not get tired of each other.
Actually, no. I mean, it might be quite surprising, but we literally are with each other every evening. And if you like, that's why, because we spend all our time on the tour bus instead of going into hotels. Because as soon as you go into a hotel room, you've got your own room and it's pretty nice, but you're just on your own. So it's nicer within the tour bus. It's like this back lounge that we all hung out in, and it's just nice. It's nice. It's like properly being on the road.
When you look at your videos and hear a lot of the songs, mostly are like happy themed and quite. Do you want to do more like emotional stuff?
I don't know. I mean, it really bugs me when you have artists that take music far too seriously. Like I appreciate that, you know, some musicians need to take it super seriously because they're super tired, whatever, blah blah blah. But I just think for us, it's just right for us to just not take it too seriously and just have fun with it, because, you know, we're just trying to be pretty normal guys. So we try and keep in our lyric, you know, for it to be relatable and, yeah, nothing a bit too emotional. Because at the end of the day, we're all between 19 and 21 and we've not been through the most catastrophic heartbreak yet, so, you know.
So you're doing this show in this giant arena for... like every day, no, but almost. Do you have like any particular moment of this show that you like more than anything, or anything like a high point for you personally? Like I like to do that step or that song, or.
Well, there's one part where we fly over the audience, and that's always pretty amazing because it really gives you scope for just how big the place is. Because this place is huge. So yeah, about midway through, we fly across on this little bridge and we get to see everyone, and that's pretty cool.
But have you been? I know because Carl also showed me, like, just when you were recording in his studio, a lot of people were gathering outside and screaming like all the time. So have you had any, like, have you been scared sometime? Has it been scary with a lot of people or a lot of pressure? Or?
I don't really get scared, but Niall does. When it all gets a bit crazy and if we're out shopping or whatever, and then a big crowd builds and we literally have to push our way through, yeah, Niall gets pretty scared, pretty traumatised. But me personally, no, I quite like it. It's good adrenaline.
Do you have any like agent or spy tips? Do you put on a wig or something like that?
I've always thought about trying it, but never got round to it actually. Yeah, I haven't really got any. The only thing I ever tried is when I went to Disneyland with my girlfriend, and I had like this big like woolly hat that covered all my face and a scarf, so you could just see my nose and eyes, and I still didn't get away with it. You know.
But you're five different guys with different musical tastes. Well, what would you say is your? What do you listen to that the other guys don't listen to?
I think actually, ironically, after our last few questions, I actually probably listen to more emotional music actually. Like, not necessarily emotional, but I like really like cool, like chilled out acoustic kind of thing. So like, I mean, like all the boys like John Mayer, but I like people like James Morrison, Ben Howard, obviously Ed Sheeran, the American band The Fray, I love, The Killers. I mean, it's quite vast, I suppose, but yeah.
You're not the one into dubstep or things like that.
I like dubstep actually, but it wouldn't ever be my choice of. I wouldn't ever really have it on my iPod. But if it comes on when you're clubbing, I mean that's sick. It's wicked.
What more do you like to when you go out to dance? What kind of music do you like?
Any kind of like dubstep, any kind of remix really, and just like, to be fair, like top 40 mainstream stuff is always great when you're out in a club, even if it's a song that you're ashamed to like. If you're drunk and you've got your hands in the air singing it, then it's sick.
And you're mouthing the lyrics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so do you have any song that you're a little bit ashamed to say that you like?
I don't mean any disrespect to her, but the song that most recently I can think of off the top of my head was Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen. And it was literally one of those where I'd be like, oh God, no, this song's shit, turn it up, you know, like I mean, that is undoubtedly an amazing pop song. So, you know what, I'm not afraid to admit it, it's a fantastic song, really.
And you're in the genre of top 40 as well, you can say. Yes. So maybe some people feel the same thing about you, like One Direction, they're a boy band.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but that's a damn catchy song.
That's actually, we do think about that when we're writing, and the idea of, you know, obviously the like average One Direction fan, for them to like it, amazing. But if you can just get like, I don't know, like maybe the girl's like older brother just hears it on the radio and then it's just, you know, pretty catchy. That's always cool. To try and do that is cool.
I'm just gonna see how much time we have left. We have a question from a listener as well. I was just gonna check her name for a minute. So unprofessional. It's from Vilma S, and she wonders what your favorite thing about Sweden is.
I like a lot of things about Sweden. We spent quite a lot of time over here. I tell you what I love, not necessarily my favourite thing, but I love the way, especially in Stockholm, that everyone just seems to go around on bicycles, and I love that. It's like a real sense of community. It's really nice. Obviously the fans we love, and they've been great for, you know, a while for us now. So many things. It's clean. When the weather's nice, it's a great place to be. A lot of things really. It's just a really cool country.
With Carl yesterday, I just talked a little bit about the difference about Swedish and like American songwriters. The Swedish ones are like sitting with one song and doing the little details, and maybe the American ones are more like go on a feeling or a hunch.
Mm-hmm.
and like that. Have you experienced anything like that when you've worked with producers or different songwriters?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, sometimes it actually depends on the song as well as the writer, obviously. But yeah, there's been sessions where I've been involved. We've been involved writing, and you know, we've got it polished off that day. But we've actually just finished a song that took 4 days, 4 sessions to actually finish, and those boys were Swedish. So it's a very thorough way of doing it, and you know, it's a good way.
when do you have? I think you were working on the music. You're touring. When do you go on vacation?
I don't know when we go on vacation. Hopefully not too far away. I assume sometime probably at the end of the year. Just to put our feet up and just do nothing.
And how are you right now? Are you worn out, or are you like in high energy? Or
I mean, I was quite tired this morning. That's because I had a late night. I feel pretty ready for it. You know, we're this Europe tour has been real fun. So it's yeah, I'm just ready to keep going.
We're a music show, and I wonder what did you listen to like growing up for like an inspiration? Okay.
I loved Robbie Williams when I was young. I just think the way that he can captivate an audience, I think his personality and his performance is just sick.
Sorry, who was?
Robbie Williams. Yeah. Do you want me to say that again?
No, that's
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. And do you think you have anything that he has that you like, or have you taken any tip from him, or like?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that he has. I wish I did. His persona on stage is really cool, but I don't know. I just used to watch him and just be complete in awe of him. I always liked the way that I remember saw a video of him at one of his concerts, and he just grabbed one of the fans out of the gig and just kissed her there and then. What a lad. Love that.
Have you done it?
I've not done that, no. I've got a girlfriend. She'd be quite pissed off, I think.
You can say it's stage rules.
Yeah, it's just, I'm just trying to be the stage Louis. Yeah, that's what I'll say.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Thanks, take care.